Last week, we hauled out our boat so we could fix a couple of things. And after 2 years of sailing in the Caribbean, she desperately needs new bottom paint. Saoirse is a 1971 Pearson 35 with a drop centerboard. And one of the things on the list to fix was the leak coming from our centerboard pin caps. While working on that, we discovered we had water in our keel. Oh no. And one thing led to another, and now we have a bunch of holes in our boat. But the good news is, we think we found the problem.
Oh, look at that. So I'm creating a bigger hole so we can flush out this area a lot faster. Just get rid of the salt or any organic stuff that's been in the water. Get it clean, and then we're gonna plug the holes, fill it. We're gonna fill it with denatured alcohol or acetone, something to try to help expedite the drying process, because we don't have long till we need to get back in the water. This green stuff that you see, that's just epoxy, or not even epoxy, that's just polyester resin. And there's one little layer of woven fiberglass. Because it was just one layer of fiberglass, over time developed some voids, a crack, and I don't know how the water got in. It's probably always been there since we had the boat. And the way that this boat was constructed, it looks like there's just a gap where this ballast is.
Okay, turn it on. Now we have to find out where the water is coming from, or at least try to eliminate as many possibilities as possible. We are filling up the bilge right now. We don't think the water is intruding from the bilge. We really think it came from the wells underneath the centerboard pin. So this is where our centerboard goes in. This is the pin and the caps that we keep talking about. We came in originally to seal these up because they leak and they fill these wells up. When we drained the water out when we got on hard, and all the water was coming out of seeping out of these two sides and on the other side. I have to keep an eye on this. We're trying to eliminate that it's not the bilge area. So we've plugged up the holes that we drilled in last night for the bilge. It looks really dry right there, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just because it's not?
I might have tapped into the bilge area right there though.
After we fill up the bilge, we're actually going to fill and flush the keel area, let all that water come through, get all the ick out. There's things dying down there. Ooh, it smells like you're kidding. Oh, gross. And then we're going to plug up all the holes, fill it up, and then see how much water it holds. Beau came up with some sort of calculation. I don't know.
Want to move it into the other one?
Yeah, but you're not seeing anything down there?
I don't see any drips.
And nothing's coming out of the holes that we drilled, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay, so now the water is all full in the wells. The voids are full with water and it is holding. And somehow with Beau's calculations, he's figured out it's holding 8 gallons. So tomorrow we actually need to run out and grab some denatured alcohol or acetone to throw in there and hopefully help to dry it out.
One thing that we want to point out and let you guys know is that the crack that happened up at the bow of the boat is a completely separate incident than this water that's in the keel or in the encapsulated area. Up at the bow where the crack was, there is no lead, there's no cavity, it was just straight fiberglass. So completely separate incident and situation. And it's gonna be a lot of glassing. We're gonna spend a long time glassing and grinding to get it proper.
Yeah. But better to have everything done and done right than slap it up and it's our house and it floats in the water, so we want to be safe.
Thanks to our good friend Steve, we were able to get 8 gallons of denatured alcohol from Koi Man, which is like a Home Depot here in Curacao. We're gonna use that stuff to fill the voids and help draw out any moisture water that's maybe in cracks or in the fiberglass between the lead and the shell, the encapsulation. So we're hoping we can seal this stuff in a little bit for like a day maybe. I don't think there's a compromise in the centerboard trunk, because we would have seen it leaking from the centerboard trunk when we filled it with water. We were thinking maybe there was a compromise in the centerboard trunk, but if there was, when we were in the water, we would have been filling up with seawater a lot faster. I need to go to the outside and sand down the holes that we drilled. That way we can stick the butyl tape on the fiberglass and get a better adhesion.
There are patches in here already.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to ground that all the way out.
It's wet here,
It's wet there.
here. This is a spot.
Just cleaning out the whole area. And then I used a little bit of sacrificial butyl tape to try to get any extra dust. And now I'm gonna push in some butyl tape and try to get a larger area so it can hopefully stick. Brandy's about to pour in the denatured alcohol. She's gonna pour it on the port side. I'm gonna stay down here and plug holes if need be.
Are they holding? Lunch break. After we're done here, we're actually going to drain out all the denatured alcohol that we just poured in and hope that will help. We're going to capture it. Good thing about using the denatured alcohol and not acetone, we have a alcohol burning stove, so stove, right? Yeah, it's just a little stove.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to reuse it. So we got to finish this lunch and get the rest of the sanding, grinding, and draining of the boat done.
Some sort of putty.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Is it in that one too over there?
Now this is proper Bondo. That's solid. This is not.
What? Oh my gosh.
I bet you it's from all that water sitting for who knows how long. I mean, it's still somewhat solid, but it's enough to
Worry.
cause problems.
Jeez.
And just to give you guys an idea, this is still part of the keel. Where the crack happened, it happened like 6 or 7 feet that way, up the boat. Where there is no keel.
Right here.
So there's 2 separations here. This is the centerboard housing, and this is
there's
lead.
A wall there. You can see there.
Yeah, there's lead right here.
Okay. How far down do you suspect it goes?
It's pretty solid actually. Like, I think it's just really in this area. It's confined to this area. I'm hoping. Because I'm gonna have to grind all this out because it's compromised.
Look how thick that is right there.
Fun times. I mean, it's pretty solid. We probably would have been fine, but not worth the risk.
No.
We know it's here. Let's get rid of it.
morning. I am just making breakfast for my new friends. We have picked up several dogs here in the boatyard, and I've been giving them all the love I possibly can. It's been a lot of fun. There's, I think, 6 or 7 of them here. I have all my own names for them. I don't know if they're really named or not, but 2 of them are actually down there waiting for breakfast right now, so gotta go. Good morning, Red. Here, boy. Good morning. You're up, huh? Good boy. This is our other boatyard friend. I named him Sparky. He's so little. I think he's a pup. Look at his ears. Don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. How excited are you to get to grinding?
So excited.
The tape did not hold. We tried to tape up his shirt so the fiberglass wouldn't get in, but... Oh, this has kind of a little... But if you look down, it's over.
Years of nastiness.
Look how thick the bottom is, though. Holy mackerel.
So that spot where they filled it with 5200, basically they created a dam because they've injected so much in here. Oh, look at that. Ah, jeez. Have to do some more grinding. Oh man, they drilled into the lead. Oh. Nastiness. So we're gonna have to clean all of this.
Yeah.
This is probably why it's not draining on the other side, because it's just muck.
Yeah. Doing a little grinding.
Just a little bit.
This
There's no other way to get all this gunk out.
And it will just stay wet.
And it's just
forever.
Yeah, it's just wet gunk sitting up against the fiberglass. Might as well grind it out. I'm gonna have to grind the spot in there too.
Mm-hmm. So what you're seeing right here is our ballast.
Yeah.
So, for reference, we have a centerboard, which we've told you guys about, which sits up in here. I don't know if you can see it. But this is the ballast on one side of those pontoons, I guess is what you would call it. I don't know, cavity. This is the area that the centerboard goes up into, and this is more ballast to the forward of the boat. And unfortunately, we gotta do this to the other side.
It's just fiberglass. Just work.
Thank goodness you know how to do it. grateful for you.
At least pretend.
No, you know how. Is this looking better or worse?
This looks fine. It looks like I gotta dig this out right here. It looks wet. But this is right where the beginning of the trunk is.
Where it was really bad on the other side?
It was real bad on the other side. Yeah.
Does it look dry?
Huh?
Is it looking dry?
It looks dry here.
No, I'm saying inside where all the muck
Yeah, I
is.
mean, it's dry enough. It's just got all that gunk. So we'll have to spray up in there, and I don't want to create as many cavities.
Yeah.
Plus the plug. Now it's just a matter of trying to get it somewhat tapered so we can go back over it with the sander and smooth it out.
And the holes keep coming.
Got more sanding to do. One thing that's been really helping keeping the itch from the fiberglass down is covering my body in Vaseline or petroleum jelly. It has helped a lot. Right now I've got all of the D-Lam fiberglass ground out. It's got a pretty good taper on it. Now I'm going through with 40 grit sandpaper and getting it nice and smooth. I do have to wait for the yard manager to lift us up in the sling so I can get access to another area with D-Lam. Once we're up in the sling, we're gonna drop the centerboard, check that area, make sure there's no cracks, take out the pin, inspect the pin, look at the pin housing as well, and also we need to clean up in there. It's been ages, and we need to heavily coat it in anti-foul.
Definitely something going on.
Fashion statement. Oh, he's coming over here. How's it going? Are you done with the bottom part?
Yeah, outside of where that block is.
I brought you lunch.
Girl.
Welcome. This isn't for you guys. Sorry, not for you. Years later. Scaredy McScaredy pants. Maybe I'll give you a little. Do you think you're done sanding though after this? You feel we'll be done?
I mean, we gotta sand this still.
We're sanding that?
Spraying it.
We are? Oh, I thought we were just gonna do the bootstrap. Oh, okay.
Maybe we just take care of this first.
Aha! Uh-uh.